Grand Rising, MI5, my people, my family, my tribe. What is going on, guys? Happy Thursday. I hope everyone's having a happy and successful end to their day. It's actually like a whole Thursday has gone by. Wow, that's crazy. I hope you spent it wisely because today we're going to be ending it strong with Mr. Alex Lara. And you guys know that on Thursdays, we talk about mindset. Because in MI5, one of the main key principles of being, destroying your negative beliefs and becoming the best version of yourself is, of course, having the right mindset to do that, right? And it's not just as simple as, getting into passive income streams and making money, and that's how you're gonna, be the best version of yourself. It's not all about money in this life, right? We have to have a purpose beyond that. But before I really go down that route, I want to talk about, the whole reason why we're here and what MI5 means. The reason why we're here is because of the MI5 movement. It's something that was created about 8 months ago, or dang, it's been a long time, guys. It has been almost a whole year, a whole year. It has been almost an entire year since the beginning and inception of MI5, which is freaking wild. We are coming on to April 15th, which is the anniversary of MI5. And I think that my phone is literally going to kick me off of what I'm doing here because I have like this new thing I'm going to have to like take care of it. We'll get to that if it happens. Basically, I just think that it might kick me off of this. But MI5 was created because we had a dream. We had a dream of creating passive income sources for a community of people that were long-lasting, secure, and stuff that wasn't going to like basically be a scam, right? And so what we did to do that was we created a mastermind of about 15 people, and we would meet for 4 hours a night, like 4 days a week, and for months on end. And that was the inception of what is now called the MI5 movement, of course. And what were we doing on those mastermind calls, you might ask? Well, we were comparing notes, essentially. We were basically talking about what we liked about the industry of crypto, passive income, and all the different ways to make money without having to put in too much effort. And what we came down to was the fact that 99.9% of the opportunities and the people out there trying to teach you how to get rich are actually garbage. Most of them, if not all, okay, I can't say all because we are one. Most of them are misleading and scams, or they just take a super long time to actually see any type of financial benefit, which of course nobody really wants, especially not to get scammed. And, we compiled all of our knowledge of what are the red flags, what are the green flags, and how can we make this the best and safest place for opportunity possible. And wow, since then, it's been like a long journey, of course. And we have been able to figure out multiple methods of creating income for people. And since the inception of MI5, we have created like over 60 people with six-figure incomes, at least 60. And, MI5 is not really just about making money. That's kind of like the secondary, that's like kind of a secondary element to it. The main core of MI5 is actually teaching people how to be the best version of themselves so that they can move through this life, tackling all of their challenges, being able to overcome trauma, self-limiting beliefs, negative thoughts, and most importantly, learning that you need to take responsibility for all of the actions that you take in your life, or all the outcomes that happen in your life. Just because something might not be your fault doesn't mean it's not your responsibility to take care of it and to basically be a problem solver, right? It has no benefit to you to sit there and look at your problems and be like, wow, this sucks, man. Everything is just it's happening to me and I have no control over what happens in my life. And that's the kind of stuff that we try to teach people, and we want people to see a brighter light at the end of the tunnel where they can know that, being a millionaire is not just about having a 7-figure net worth. It's really about having the character. What is the level of person that you are? Are you able to see 2 commas in your bank account without fainting? Those are the questions that you must ask yourself. Um, one of the biggest things I think that we do is helping people define their dream. Because here's a thought: if you don't know what your dream is, how are you going to chase it? Right? You have to know what you want in this life if you're going to be able to chase it. And so, you know, as we put people through this journey, and I've gone through such a long journey myself through being an MI5, and have been able to define what my purpose is in life, so much more fine tuned than it was before this journey. And it's just like I'm so incredibly grateful to be a part of what we call MI5, because it's like, I actually might be able to go on my computer right now. I would love to do that. Yeah, let's do it. Boom, boom. Oh, let's
Oh!
go.
Let's go. Okay. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys, for that little transition there. I just wanted to make sure that my phone doesn't kick me off because I set up this new thing called digital well-being, where I am going to be limiting the amount of time that I spend on social media, just because, like, guys, holy crap, that stuff is very addicting. And I have fallen victim to it occasionally, where I will just stay up super late at night scrolling. And I've been a huge advocate of not doing that for a long time, and I caught myself doing it last night, and I just was like, I need to change my state. I need to, if I want things in my life to change, I have to change things in my life, right? And so I limited the amount of time that I can spend on social media, which is a huge part of being successful, because you have to basically, essentially, once you start the journey of being successful, you have to replace all of your bad habits with good habits, because it's hard to just simply, I mean, you can stop bad habits, right? But isn't it a lot easier if you can figure out a way to, instead of being like, I have to stop doing this, like, instead of doing that, just be like, okay, when I get the trigger to do this, why don't I just do this instead, and make myself accountable to do that? So, anyways, little sidetrack there, but I just wanted to kind of move my. I think my phone was gonna kick me off of the browser because it was like, your time's almost up, buddy. But anyways, the basically what we aim to be in MI5 is a hub for opportunities. For the people that have been in here, we've had like one or two really, really good opportunities. And we've been very happy with those. However, we want to be able to provide people not only with passive income opportunities, but things like remote jobs. Because if you want to be financially free, you have to have some time freedom first. You have to be able to get the time back to be able to create true financial freedom for yourself. Because it takes a lot of time to really establish a solid foundation deep enough for you to be able to walk away from your job. And so, we're going to have lots of options for that. And in fact, we actually have like 2 options for remote jobs right now. You could be an insurance agent or an online notary. So if you're interested in that, hit me up, hit my line. We can make that happen for you. We want to be able to just honestly provide the best of the best when it comes to opportunities. Having opportunities that are going to not be something that you have to do a lot of due diligence looking into. Definitely make sure that it's the right opportunity for you. But when it comes to, is this a scam? Is this going to make me waste money? How is it going to take forever to bring me a financial return if that's the nature of what you're getting? We've done the work for you. We've vetted it for you. We've made sure that what we're bringing to you is going to be a solid opportunity for you to spend your time and energy and money into. And I just kind of want to like go over what the MI5 mission statement is, and also kind of highlight the logo. If you could see here, the logo right there, poking my finger on the tip right there. We have a shield in our logo because protection is a very important value to the core leaders of MI5. We take a lot of pride in the fact that all the opportunities that we bring to you guys are going to be safe and vetted. And, there might be rocks in the road and bumps along the path of, this journey. But, we take pride in the fact that we know we've done our best in everything that we do for this community, and it's only going to get better. So here is the mission statement of MI5. MI5, let me get rid of that. MI5 aims to help others create a map to self-mastery through mindset, utilizing modeling and multiple streams of income to manifest one's ideal life. The mission of the organization is to help individuals achieve wealth so that they can live a life that they love. We believe through doing this, we will help people unlock their inner potential so that they can make a positive impact on humanity. We are a platform to educate and provide passive income that will lead to financial independence and freedom of time. MI5 means millionaire in 5 years, and we provide a roadmap to create, grow, and sustain wealth. Now, as you saw on there, it says that MI5 means millionaire in 5 years. Well, that term, that like phrase was built off of the idea that you can take $500 and compound that at 13.6% a month every single month for 5 years, and that equates to $1,051,162.57. Yes, that is the exact number that you will get after compounding at 13.6% a month. Really, guys, when you break it down, and being a millionaire is just simple math. All it takes after that, once you figure that out, is okay, if all I have to do is get 13.6% a month, how do I do that? How do I get 13.6, man? Like, what's the sauce, bro? And that's what we'll bring to you guys at MI5 after, of course, making you the type of person that can do that. I mean, that's kind of the next big step in MI5. Like, for people that have been in there, like, you're probably like calling me out right now because we're like, I haven't seen no mindset training, but like, I mean, you're on here, right? This is like our version of mindset training. We bring people on that have gone through this entrepreneurial journey, this journey of being successful or whatever it is, so that they can kind of pass on their knowledge and wisdom to you guys and highlight that. So, and for anyone that's on to see Mr. Adro right now, he is going to be coming up here in just a minute. I saw the comment there. We just the purpose of this first like 10-15 minutes is to kind of highlight the reason why we're here today and what the reason what MI5 really is and what we aim to be. So with that, I'm going to give you some closing remarks here. Truly, guys, what we want to do is just make the world a better place by allowing each and every one of the people that join our community to be able to have the best version of themselves inside of them and create an income where they won't have to work, trade their hours for dollars, right? And live their passion, because we know that if everyone on earth is living their passion and chasing what they or actually not chasing, but like really just allowing themselves to do what they were put on this earth to do, that the world would be a better place. And through that, when you do what you want to do, when you are living your passion and living your purpose and defining that every day and aligning with that, you tend to inspire other people to do the same thing. It's contagious. It is absolutely contagious. So, why do we talk about mindset on these calls? It's because, mindset's a huge part of it. I don't want to talk in circles here, but like, everyone talks about mindset. There's the abundance mindset, the positivity mindset, the millionaire mindset, right? What the hell does it all even mean? There's so many different aspects to mindset that sometimes you just need a little quick reminder. It's always okay. A lot of the stuff that we teach, it's not new. We don't like, I mean, we have original material, but a lot of the stuff that we're going to be teaching, you might have heard it all before, but we like to aggregate the information for you and bring it to you maybe in a light that you haven't seen, so that you can, it's good to retap, right? It's always good to retap your information that you know, because you might know something subconsciously, but you're not thinking about it. And then you start thinking about it again. And that was the thing that you needed to kind of like, that was the thing that you needed to like change your whole outlook on what you were doing in the present moment or like the situation in your life. So yeah, And with that, I want to bring on and introduce Mr. Alexander Lara. I've known this guy for like almost 2 years now. We met at a mansion party on Halloween, and I do not really go to parties anymore. But the fact that, I met this guy at a party and his mindset was so solid. We talked on the phone. I think we just like texted each other for a little bit, had a phone call, and I realized like, dude, this guy's like on his shit. Like he's on it, man. Like he's doing it. He's doing the music. I've been to some of his I've been to a concert, and it was freaking fire. My guy kills it on the stage, brings the energy, and is always open to learn and grow, and has been doing this for a while. So with that, Mr. Alexander Lara, the stage is yours.
Yo, what up? What up? I appreciate you having me out. I shout out everybody, this man, I met him like, it was super fun, super dope guy. I felt the vibe right away from him, energy than most people, very positive. So a lot of people that know me know that that's what I'm about. Love, no bad vibes, he was super into Forex trading. I had done Forex trading before. About making money at the end of the day, we do have to have money to be able to live, big thing. I definitely think everyone should do that for sure. But it's like money comes second. The biggest thing in life is just to be happy. You don't have to be, as long as you have some sort of financial freedom. When it comes to that, it's important too. He hooked me up with the book. Was it Psycho-Cybernetics? I recommend that book for sure. It discusses self-image and the importance. I want to touch base on positive mindset as well to everybody, because not just myself, we've gone through it. A few of my homies are going through it right now, and I want y'all. So, a story. I'm gonna give y'all a little story about what happened to me last week.
Hey, brother. Really quickly, you're lagging a little bit. So I'm gonna do the plan B that I was talking about. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna do plan B. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you my Zoom link on your phone really quick. I'm gonna do it right now. Join my Zoom link, and then I'm gonna share my screen on this, and you will be able to do that. So yeah, just do that, and I'll start that up really quick. Boom, 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 boom. Here we go.
Yeah.
1 second, guys. Technical difficulties here. Getting it figured out really quick.
I think
Here, leave the restream and then join my Zoom. Boom. Boom.
Does it work?
Yes, it works.
Sound good? All right, cool. Dang, my bad, bro.
No, it's all good.
Oh, how am I going to get to work? I can't do this. I can't do that. I don't even have the money to be able to fix it. All this, everything. Like your mind goes to so many negative places. But, I call, I have to call out of work, but I call my homie up and he says, all right, when I get out of work, we'll see what's up. So obviously the whole day, I'm like kind of caught up in my head, just trying to be like, all right, just get my head out of it, get my head out of it. It's hard sometimes, but then my homie gets home, we're working on my car for 4 hours. It's constant. And finally I snap. I'm just like, you know what? I said, there's no reason to even be stressing about this because it's only doing damage to me. why would you sit there and keep being depressed and doing more damage to your life that's already done? You know, and then you also have to shift your mindset and shift your brain to the positives, such as my homie's here and he's helping me out. We spent 4 hours in the pouring rain. It was raining last Tuesday, and he was out there for 4 hours helping me out. So it's like, I'm thinking like, I have a friend. When I'm down bad, I have homies that are here to help me out. You know what I'm saying? If you have people in your life that are there that are going to show love for you when you hit rock bottom, anything, you have to realize you will never be alone and you'll always be okay because you have someone in your life. Regardless, whether it's heartbreak, finances, depression, anything that happens in your life, if you have at least one person that's going to be there for you when you're down and out, you really don't have anything to worry about because you'll be good. They'll help you get back up on your feet. When you start shifting your mindset into like, I'm going to be okay regardless and this is temporary, then things are going to change real quick. You have to be grateful and understand that there are a lot that you still have in your life to be grateful for. So instead of focusing on, oh, this is happening to me, why is this happening? You know, a lot of negative thoughts will cycle through your head and you have to cycle through them. Like that's important because you have to realize your position, but then you also have to realize your surroundings. And that's one of the most important things to be able to turn the negativity into something positive. Like I didn't have the money, so I had another friend hook me up with some money just to be able to get food this week, you know? But look at that. I got friends to be able to help me out. I got my lights on, you know, I'm able to eat. I got a filled belly, you know, I'm on a call right now with my homie and things are good. It was a last week thing. And I had a migraine too the whole week. But guess what? I was still happy throughout the week because I realized I had homies to help me out, you know? Mindset is important in life. Why would you do more damage to yourself when there's damage already happening in your life? You're tricking yourself. You feel me? It's self-hypnosis. Touching base on that. And then I want to talk a little bit about consistency too, if that's cool with you, Andrew. Okay. So I like a lot about what Andrew was saying about living your purpose, because if you're not happy, if you're not living your purpose, you're not going to be happy. And that's true. And if you don't know what your purpose is, then I advise you to sit in the room by yourself and cycle through your thoughts consistently. Like, what do you want to do? What would make you happy? And how can you live that and make income off of that? That's important. You've got to really think about these things. You know, I've actually started learning with my music. Shout out the homies too, Latin Legion, Yogi, K-Blast. You know, they've been helping me a lot with realizing how to figure out the algorithm on Instagram and things like that. And they've been pushing my music. And as long as you keep pursuing what you want to do and your purpose, you will surround yourself around the right people to help you make that happen. You just can't stop doing it. You know, for me, I've been able to stay consistent with the music because it saved my life. You know, I was very suicidal in the past, like another thing with mindset. And the music helped me kind of out of that hole. And that's what I realized. It's like, I have to keep doing music if I'm going to, you know, keep moving forward. So I'm almost forced to stay consistent because it's something that had saved my life. The people around you, friends, love, all of that will help you stay consistent as well. It's not just about, oh, I have to do this or I have to do that. It's like, no, I get to do it. I'm able to do it because, you know, I've got like God-given health. Like I have my sight, I have my voice, I have my hands to be able to do what I need to with the computers. You know, like God gave me these things and I'm grateful for that. So why would I not keep using these things that were given to me to allow my purpose to flourish? You know, I'm still in the process of it, making, you know, meeting new people, creating really awesome relationships, you know, and like Andrew's not even like super into music. I know he kind of like plays around with it, which is cool. I like to hear it every now and then. He's dope. But you know, he still support like crazy. He came to one of my shows, and let me tell you about this man too. He shows more love than anybody. Like he don't even have to drink to be hype. He was on the stage like, oh, you know, super happy. It was crazy, but he's a fun guy, man, and he made that concert for sure fun. But the point is, consistency is important for everything in life, even if you just have a regular job, you know, and you should even appreciate that. You appreciate you have a regular job, you're going to be happier instead of just saying, oh, I hate my job, I hate this. Use that as a stepping stone, man. It's never too late. I like Gary Vee because he always says, it don't matter how old you are. You could be 40. He's like, you still got time. You got another 30 years to get it figured out. And that's the truth, man. And that is straight truth, bro. But, you know, a lot of it's just appreciation of what you have. You know, you can stay happy. It's not easy to stay happy sometimes, man. Like, we're human beings. We ain't perfect. We go through it. You know, things happen, but realize where you're at. You know, what you have in your life is important. You know, your focus has to shift. Cycle through the negativity, realize what you have, and you're good to go, bro. It's honestly that simple. But you have to still your mind. You have to like allow your mind to go through these, face your difficulties. One of my homies hit me up earlier and I had to tell him because he said he's just trying to, you know, get his mind off of it. And I don't like that because you have to deal with your problems. You can't run away from them. The more you run away, the more you're going to like, it's like when you're running away from your problems, this is you. You're going downhill, because you're going to have to deal with it sooner or later. And the more down you go, the worse it's going to get. And it's going to be even harder to come back up the hill. You know, you're going to have to climb yourself back up. So why not, let's say you're going through a problem. Why not be like, all right, I'm facing it head on right now. You're not going to be going up like that, but you'll still be going up because you're facing the problem you're going through. And then after a little bit, after a while, you know, you just start skyrocketing again. Last week, I felt like I was down low, and my homie was like, you know, at least it's all up from here, you know? And, you know, that just made me laugh and smile. And when you're going through pain, you know, and suffering, it's important to be able to laugh and smile, you know? Go hang out with people. That's another thing. Go hang out with people. Don't shut yourself down and don't shut yourself inside. Hang out with people, have discussions with people about your problems. Don't be afraid to bring that up because if they're your real friends, they'll be like, all right, okay, cool, let's talk about it. And after talking to them about it, even if they don't fully understand, being able to get that spoken into the world and off your chest and people know now, like that relieves so much off of your shoulders, man. So much. And another thing, let me touch base on this. I was at a point in my life, this was when I was living back in Wisconsin, where I had a huge circle of friends, huge circle. I had this circle, which was smaller, more tight, of the people that I should have been hanging out with. And then I had this other circle of friends, a lot more friends, but people I shouldn't have been hanging out with. You could even consider this side friends, you know what I'm saying? Because like they were people that almost drag you down. I went to their cribs before, a couple of them, and let me tell you, bro, these people were pretty much living in squalor. I remember going to the bathroom because I had to go in one of their cribs, and it was just atrocious, man, atrocious. And I remember looking at the sink after, you know, going to the bathroom, and like I didn't want to wash my hands because I thought that it was unsanitary to wash my hands in that sink, you know? And when you're hanging around those kinds of friends, you start kind of realizing like, this is not the kind of life I want to live. This is not what I want to be around. And then you also look at what you have in your life and you can see like, you know what, at least I'm not here, you know? And why am I actually hanging out with people that are right here and aren't trying to do anything to be up here? Because at the end of the day, they could be cleaning their crib, but instead they make the choice. And that's what it is. It's a decision to live down here instead of living right here. And then the cool thing about it is I had friends that were living right here while I'm right here, and I was actively trying to move up to that. If you have friends that are down here that aren't trying to actively move up, then you shouldn't even be around those people because they'll only be a negative impact on your life. So a lot of that is realizing what you have, realizing you're not living in squalor. And if you're pushing in life and moving up, even though it's hard, and it's painful, you're still moving up. You know, it's not easy. But I've found it like I found that showing love, spreading love to everyone you meet, regardless, is one of the best things you can do. But then if you start noticing that they're having a damper on you and they're not reciprocating it, or they're not trying to do anything to help you out either, like those people don't need to be a part of your life, bro. And that's one of the most important things to learn. I wanted to be accepted by everyone. I wanted everyone to listen to my music, which is why I had these friends. And I tried to, like speak into their lives and also try to almost help them. And also, I wanted them to rock with me. But not everyone's going to love you. Not everyone's going to rock with you. And not everyone wants to listen to positivity. And not everyone's going to, want to move up with you. And the earlier you realize that, the happier you will be. You need to create a circle of people that are trying to move up, trying to be happy, trying to be successful. And I know I said that money's not the biggest thing, and it's really not, because I believe the money will come either way. I still want to be rich. I know that's something that I deserve. But I'm not somebody that's out here chasing money like that, because that should always come second. Your happiness comes first, and happiness comes from the people that you are around and the people that love you. I think that's kind of all I got. Okay. I could definitely do that. Okay, I got you. Okay. So only I can. Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm talking to Andrew, guys. He's telling me. All right, cool. So he told me to pretty much talk a little bit about my, how I started music and, how that has been and how I've been able to come up a little bit. So I started music because I was suicidal. There was a point where in my life where I was super low, and I just started freestyling. I met some friends. We were freestyling, and it's because of them that I was able to start my journey in music. And I started learning a little bit more about myself and what was going on in my head. And when I started dropping the songs, I believe I was like 23. 23 is when I got all the equipment I needed to actually start off. So I was 23. I had like the condenser mic, the Scarlett Solo, Pro Tools, things like that. And one of my biggest inspirations is Russ. Well, he was one of my inspirations, but he was dropping a song a week, super cocky. He was talking his shit. And I really liked that because he was grinding, he was working hard, and he had this confidence that I was like, I need to be like that, because I'm like almost the complete opposite. And he started popping after dropping a song a week for 3 years. And so I decided, you know what? I'm the kind of guy, I hit the floor running, like I don't even think about it. I don't come up with a plan, nothing. I'm like, Russ did that and he popped, bet, let me do it. And I didn't even start actually creating until I was like in my 20s. So people that are, popping right now, they started at 15, super young. So I knew I had to catch up. I was like, okay, so Russ was dropping a song a week. All right, I'm gonna start doing that. And let me tell you, a lot of it was trash, but it wasn't even good, bro. Like it was not good. You cannot find a lot of that anymore. I deleted a lot of that stuff because it's just not good quality music. But I started doing that, and I just started growing, getting better. I wasn't making beats though. I was just finding YouTube beats, writing and then recording and mixing. So I dropped a song a week for 2.5 years straight to be able to build my skills up. And then finally I got to a point where I was like, all right, cool. I'm pretty cool now. I didn't drop a song a week too much anymore. I was dropping here and there. There was like, life started happening, but I was still making music, still getting better and everything, trying to take as much information as I can, move with some people. But it was cool. I dropped a few projects, and then I decided, I was like, I think I'm at a point where I want to move to California. California was cool. Well, actually, before I talk about that, I want to talk about my homie Zach D. My homie Zach D was a big influence in my life too. Purpose Entertainment, shout out that. That's what we have going on. But he allowed me to be able to start performing and getting in front of people and starting off. And it's not easy, especially with a guy that like was suicidal coming up, depressed, anxiety, all that. I went through all of it, let me tell you. So when I talk about positivity and mindset, I know what I'm talking about because I came from that, you know. But, you know, he helped me out with that. And showing up and performing like with anxiety is crazy. It's not easy, but you end up breaking out of your shell the more that you work and the more that you do things. A lot of it is like the consistency, geez, came from just the inspiration around me and like the people that I listen to and the people that I rock with. And, you know, it's just as easy as that, as following the right people and consuming the right things that you need to consume. So shout out Zach, he helped me out with that. I'm able to perform really great because of him. And ever since I moved to California, my homie, Adrian, AKA Drizzy, my roommate, the one that's like, he's a real one. He's a ride or die. The one that helped me with my car issues last week. He was able to help me develop my flow a lot better. You know, he's like, so California artists, you'll listen to them, you know, this is how they are, this is what they do. And he was putting me on game, giving me gems on how I should flow my verses a little bit, my delivery. And so it's like a lot of issues in the rap game with rappers is they don't like to hear constructive criticism. If you're a rapper and someone tells you that there is something that they hear in your verse that they don't really like, listen to them. And like, don't get upset, bro. Do not get upset. You have to listen to these people if you really want to improve and become the best artist that you can become. You know, like you can't sit here and be salty at everyone because you have some kind of ego and you think you're the greatest alive, bro. I had to learn that the hard way. When I was dropping a song a week, I was so cocky because obviously, you know, I started following Russ. You know, I thought I was the greatest and the best ever, but it was trash, you know, and I realized that and I've grown from that. But I don't want y'all to have to go through the same stuff that I had to, you know, like sometimes your verse ain't popping, bro. You know, listen to people and they'll tell you straight up. And if you really want it to pop, listen to a lot of people, have a really good circle of people that know what they're talking about with music. Shout out Latin Legion too, because they'll put you on game as well. But yeah, really listen to people and you'll improve for sure. California's helped me a lot with that, you know, with just improving my music too and everything. I'll touch base on where I'm at right now with music too. So shout out Latin Legion, that's Yogi and K Blast. Much love to you guys. They've been making me kind of increase my consistency as if I wasn't consistent enough, bro. Like, cause I have been consistent since I moved out here. But these guys, they were like, hey, let's do this, let's do that. Within the last month, I swear, we've already had like, I'm sure like close to 10 songs made. We haven't dropped any. So you guys need to peep that for sure when we start making these moves. You need a team of people, bro, like-minded people that are willing to keep moving, keep working, and are trying to be successful. Yeah, the music industry isn't easy it's not easy. Everyone's trying to be a rapper now, you know, everyone wants to be a singer now. And unfortunately, it's tough when you are fire and you know you're fire and you see these artists on Instagram popping and they ain't even fire. They suck, bro. And I'm sorry, you know, I like to show love, but a lot of these guys they're not that good, bro. There's no originality. There's no uniqueness. There's none of that, bro. And it's hard to stay positive, again, as a rapper, trying to, you know, move up and, you know, become better and be the better person. And then you see whack things popping, you know, and it's a poison in the world, really. And I think a lot of people really need to open up their mind to what they're listening to. And because that's what you're consuming. Your brain is consuming that, and that is shaping you as a person when you have to start consuming things that you want to achieve within your self-image and who you see yourself being in 5 years. If you see yourself being somebody like, you know, rich, famous, really classy, you shouldn't be out here listening to like no Cardi B or somebody telling you all this poison to like go out and party and drink. That's not what you should be listening to, because that pretty much puts information into your subconscious like, oh, well, this rich and famous person is out here doing it, you know, so, you know, I can still be rich and famous and go out here and do it. But what you don't realize is this person is rich and famous because you are paying attention to them, and they are rich and famous because you are spending money to go see them perform, and you are spending money, you know, on their music, spending your time on their music when they're just feeding you poison. They're not rich because they go out and party. They're not rich because they're out here and sleeping around with a lot of people. That's not what it is. So it's like, it's subconscious in your head, so you think it's okay, but they're really just bringing you down, bro. And that's why you have to start actually consuming good quality content, especially on social media. Like what the homie Andrew said, it's addicting. And unfortunately, a lot of times there's just a lot of garbage on there, and that's what you're consuming on a daily basis. When you could really be spending, let's say you spend 2 hours scrolling a day. You could spend that 2 hours learning a skill. A lot of, like Andrew said too, he said, you know, if you don't know what your purpose is, like, well, instead of spending 2 hours scrolling, spend 2 hours trying to find your purpose. You'll be a lot happier of a person. I promise you that. For real. What else, Andrew? What else do you think you'd like me to talk about, bro? Yeah.
Good. Really quickly. Boom.
Do you want me to switch?
What's
Or can I
up?
stay in here? Do you want me to stay in here or switch?
Just stay in here. I'm gonna close it out here, but I'll make this announcement. I'm gonna keep you on the call here just so you can hear this. Guys, that was some straight gas. My man's dropping the heat tonight. Jeez. You know, that I like that because it's a lot different than a lot of the other people that we have on the Mi5 Mindset Mastery. You know, they're usually like super successful entrepreneurs or whatever, and they just like talk about, you know, like discipline and stuff like that. And you know, it's an integral part of being a musician or whatever. But, you know, having people to lean on, putting the right kind of music in your brain, and which also me and Brian just talked about on my last podcast, the Brainstorm Studio. You know, those kind of messages, a lot of people might not, you know, I hope that at least one person heard the message that was said here tonight and got an impact, because that's really all that matters at the end of the day, is that we impact at least one life. So guys, with that, give Mr. Alex give him some recognition in the chat. And if you want to hang out with him at the end of this, Alex, I didn't really tell you about this. I got to get better at telling the guests. We do a members only powwow at the end of this call on a Zoom call that's in the MI5 chat. I'll send you the link for it. If you're not are you in the MI5 Telegram? Nope. Okay. I think that you are, but I'm not sure. I'll send you the link regardless, and then you can get up in there. And then, yeah, guys, let's go hang out up in the chat. Everyone that's watching on social media, if you are not a part of MI5, you can join right here at t.me/the MI5 movement. Type that into your browser. Pretty simple. You will be taken to our MI5 chat where you can hang out with all of us on a regular basis, hear about these calls. We're going to talk about funding, getting business funding so that you can invest in your business, and passive income sources. If you want to follow Alex, here you go. Follow Alex on Instagram, AXDroX, boom. And then also you can listen to his music on all platforms. If you type that in, ADro, boom. There you go. I should have done that earlier. Totally forgot that I had all this typed out. And if you want to follow MI5, there it is, at the MI5 movement. Pretty simple stuff. MI5 is the MI5 movement. Alex is ADro. And yeah, guys, I just want to remind you of one more thing before we get off here. I need to remind you to grab your umbrellas, because MI5 is taking 2023 by storm, baby. Let's go. Have a good night. I'll see you on the